Hi.
Hi,
So
I'm
nice to
Aftin.
meet
It's
you.
good to meet you.
It's wonderful to meet you. I'm Katie.
You. Here's my card, just in case you needed me to reach me later.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Have a seat.
Thank
Have a seat.
you. Well, I just want to thank you for taking the time to meet with me. It's been,
you're welcome.
you know, just talking back and forth on the phone, but it's good to finally meet you in person.
Right. Well, I'm so glad you could come out here and just see what we're about.
Yes, it's so great to be here.
Yeah.
What made you want to start a business like this?
Well, I have a heart and passion for animals. They are the most precious thing in my life. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. But I wanted to be. I know some people play around with the idea of dog spa, but I think it's really important for animals to receive a lot of treatment because animals can be in really stressful environments, particularly if they're in kennels all day, because a lot of people just lock their animals up. But so for them to have a place like this where they can come and get little massages or gourmet biscuits or have a little play day, like you saw the little playground we have for them outside.
Yeah,
so,
that's great.
Just for them to have a fun experience so that they're not in their kennels all the time. Yeah,
that's great. Yes, I love animals too. I'm such an animal person. I love dogs.
Aww.
Dogs are just the best.
Do you have a favorite?
German Shepherds, the big dogs. We gotta love the big dogs.
They're so precious.
Yes.
See, that's an example of a dog that gets stressed out a lot. Police dogs.
Yeah. Can't even imagine what they go through.
Right.
Well, that's great. So, what do you think is the most important thing for you with your business? Getting the animals and just making sure they're all together.
Well, I have to say, the most important thing for me is really who I trust with these precious creatures. If I could do all of it myself, I would totally would. That's how we started out.
Yeah.
But just as we've gotten more and more popular, we've had more people come to our businesses. I now have about 10 people on staff. And one of the greatest frustrations for me is finding out that they don't care about the animals like I do. And that is a huge deal for me because, they could have interaction with the customer and it just give a bad taste in their mouth and then think that they're not caring for my animal. And I want them to know that everyone who comes here, everyone that brings their animal here is going to find someone, a friendly face, that they can trust their precious pet to. And so I've had some instances where just the other day I had to let go of someone because I found out that he had a criminal record.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, for spousal abuse. And I was shocked that I had allowed someone that close to his precious creatures, but also, I mean, if there's someone with spousal abuse, there's people with all sorts of crime history. So for me, to answer your question, security is a big deal for me. Right now, I'm the only one that does the books, just because, this is going to sound really funny, but I don't really trust people that much.
Right.
And so, because they've always let me down, and so animals are they're just precious, My dad always said, don't need a man, get a dog, So I did. I got a whole dog spa. But no, so I keep track of all the books myself, and I just have to make sure that they're protected, that my business is protected, because with hackers nowadays,
you never know.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. From what I'm hearing is that protection for your animals is so important to you, and just you are very cautious of who you are putting around your animals. Is that right?
Yes. If I could literally give a background check to every single person that came in the store, I'm not joking. Call the FBI, just to make sure that everyone's safe. If that was even an option.
Right. Well, do you have anything in place right now that you can actually do that for your employees?
Trust me, I've looked into it, and it's ridiculous how much it costs.
Right.
But, that's one of the reasons. After that happened, I was like, what can I do? Because I can't afford to, right now, scan or screen every single person that comes in that door,
Right. Right. So right now you don't have anything that you're just going off from references and stuff like that?
And it's so stressing. You have no idea. So.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier that you're the one that takes care of all of your books and everything. So you
Right.
Going along with security, so that's something that's really important to you, to have everything, that who has access to all of that information and everything.
Yes, like I said, if like hackers, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Wi-Fi for that respect. Like I am so old-fashioned. I go to a coffee shop and they tell me, the risk of getting hacked is ridiculous because it's a public access deal, and they know. So yeah.
So, do you use your cell phone for anything like that?
I do. As you can see, I'm a big Instagrammer.
Oh, yes.
And so, like this look at this little puppy right here.
Oh,
he's like
so cute.
I just took that photo today too. So I like to use the little precious apps.
Yes. Well, that's good. So obviously, just like making sure that your animals are protected, that's a huge thing for you.
Yes.
And just making sure that you know who's around you and everything. Well, as you know, I'm from ADP.
Yes.
And I just wanted to come here and just explain to you a little bit about what it is our new product is that we're doing.
Right.
We have it's a payroll system.
Okay.
And whenever if you enroll into the payroll system, it will take care of, you'll be able to access all of your payroll information. And since you're already in control of that, that's something that can help you out. You will have access to people to help you whenever you have questions or anything. We have support and training for all of our different areas that we have. And you said that background checks is something that's really important to you. We actually have background checks that you can.
Are you serious?
Right, yeah, we have HR assistants, so anything with human resources, if you need any kind of information
how expensive are we talking here? Because, as you can see, it's still just starting off. We're 3 years old, but, high price background checks is really expensive.
Yes,
so.
well, for the payroll system, you have a one-time activation fee of $150. And then since you have about 10 employees, that's going to run about $30 or $28.95 for about 10 employees, since that's what you're working with right now.
Okay.
And so every time that you have every time you do your payroll, it'll run through that about $29 every time.
Okay.
But that's the one-time activation fee for that.
Okay, and so, is this something that I have to, take classes for? And is there an additional charge to that? Because, as you can see, we're pretty busy, so I don't really have a lot of time that I can just go somewhere and take a class.
Exactly. Yes, I totally understand that. No, it's whenever you need it. We have full-time support if you need to. We actually have demos on how to run to go over the payroll with you.
Okay.
And so if you need support, you can always call and have somebody go through it with you. And then also for any of the HR questions, we have services to help you with anything with your background checks or anything like that as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's really good to know that, because like I told you, security is so.
Definitely.
So nowadays you just never know who everyone is. And
right. So with the background checks, that'll definitely help. And then also with the system, I know security is a huge issue for you. And so with our system, it's actually very secure. It's a cloud-based system, but it is.
So that's the Wi-Fi thing that people can hack into really easily. That's kind of not what I want to do. So.
Right. Well, none of the information, like if you're using your phone, none of the information will be saved on your phone. It's actually on your system. And they have actually, we've actually worked with a lot of different people into developing a very secure system.
Okay.
And so it's very very sturdy to hackers and things like that. It's a very secure system.
Okay.
Which is very, very important to you. And so.
Okay. Well, thank you again so much for coming by. I would love to stay and chat more. I just
definitely understand.
Wow.
Okay. Well, if you have any questions, you have my business card, and if you want any more information, just give me a call, and we can definitely go from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.